Hi, welcome to D10tion, where we pretend to know what we're talking about when it comes to D&D. I am your host, Tristan. That username is already taken. And to my right, we have Sam. The password is not strong enough. So as you can tell from the setup that we are still, in fact, in these trying times of quarantine, lockdown, all that fun jazz. So we're making do with what we have, and we're going to use this time to experiment with different setups. And as per usual, we don't have Brain with us. I'm stuck with Sam, my wife, because she hates me, and I have to make her do stuff. She'd rather be playing Animal Crossing.
I'd rather be playing D&D.
Or that. Animal Crossing and D&D.
Animal D&D.
D&D Crossing.
Sounds about
Dungeons
right.
and Crossing.
Dungeons and Crossings.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a fun little exercise where we're going to try and make characters using dice to decide the factors. So we've gone through and we've randomized the races, the classes, the backgrounds, and all that fun stuff in association with dice.
So the way that this is going to work is we're going to roll for a race. We're going to roll a d20. I have a list pre-made of sort of random numbered races. That's how we're going to pick our race.
Okay.
And then once we pick our race, we're going to pop on over to our favorite name generator website to come up with a name. And then we're going to move on to class. And for that, I've got a d12. We're going to roll for our class. Now, depending on what race and class that we roll, we might get races and subclasses. So, if there are races and subclasses, we'll roll an appropriate dice for that, either a d4, d6, d8, d10, d12.
Are we going to roll a d20 to determine what level we are?
I think that would be a good idea. We can do that when we get to the class section.
Okay.
And then we're also going to roll our stat sets. Now, everybody does stats a little differently. The way that we're going to do it is we're going to roll 2 different sets for each character.
Okay.
We're going to roll 4d6 and subtract the lowest. We can re-roll 1.
Right.
Once. Then after that, I have a d30, and we are going to roll for our background.
Yeah, we have a lot of dice because we're weird
Dice
people.
goblins.
Yeah, so we have like D30s, D100s,
D60s.
D60s. I have an app on my phone for dice that have a number.
Yeah, I love dice. I think if I had all my dice here, I would probably show off the collection, but they're not all here. Some of them are at Roll Call Studios, where Brandon is. He has my click clacks. I want them back so bad.
All right, so do we want to do this at the same time or do one person at a time?
Let's do. How about you do race, I'll do race, you do class, I'll do class. We'll go back and forth.
So I'm going to pull up my D&D Beyond. Alrighty, so I've enabled all my content.
D&D Beyond, not sponsored, but it is a great tool. I know a lot of people prefer the nostalgia of pen and paper. I do too. I like that. But if you're a new person starting out, D&D Beyond is pretty good.
I'm also bad at math, so D&D Beyond. Alright, so I am up at races.
Yes. Now keep in mind, there's only 20 slots, so not everything's on there.
No, but I would imagine most of it is.
Yes.
I want a 13 because I like turtles. 18. I am a Dragonborn.
All right. Dragonborn does have subrace. Well, technically.
With the newer ones, yeah.
Well, there's with the 2 that came out from Matt Mercer's new book, Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. There's Dragonblood and Ravenite Dragonborn. However, if you want to stick with the traditional, you can still roll for the Draconic Ancestry.
I was saying, I don't have the other ones because I don't have that book.
That's fine.
So let's see, how many is there? So you go ahead and do that while I count.
Okay. I got a 4. I'm a human.
You're a human? Oh, that's boring.
Yeah, this is boring.
Alright, so there's 10 dragons at the moment, so I'm going to roll a d10. 2. I am a blue dragonborn.
Ooh, shiny blue.
Yes. Alright, so I'm a blue...
Spits lightning.
I do. Alrighty, so that is... I am a blue dragonborn, and you are a human.
I am a human.
Are you going to be a standard human, or are you going to be the variant?
You know what? I'm just going to stick with standard. I won't make it complicated.
Alrighty. Let's see. So now we're on to class, which you have class as a D12.
Yes.
And as if you watched our last episode of D10tion, we do have our own tabaxis, cats. So if they decide to make an appearance or cause
we don't
a ruckus,
apologize for them.
well, because they have they're cats. They have no sense of remorse.
And who doesn't like seeing cats on camera?
Sure. Alrighty. So we're at class.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Alright. 6.
You're a barbarian.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, look at that. That's like your favorite class.
I understand these
It's
things.
like I knew what you were gonna do. So I am also a barbarian.
Interesting.
I think it'll be cool to see the differences between them, though.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll for levels. I think that if we need to get it to at least 3.
Okay.
So
we want to make sure that there's at
So
least
if it's under a 3, we'll reroll. It's 3.
I'm an 8.
Dang, you're strong.
I'm just stronger than you.
All right, so for my proficiencies, I'm taking athletics and I'm taking intimidation.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you gonna roll for your proficiencies?
Yes. 4. Nature. 3. 1, 2, 3. Intimidation.
All right.
I'm an angry druid.
All right, so there should be 8 primal paths.
Are there?
Yeah, because there's Ancestral Guardian, Battle Rager, which technically I don't think we can do because we're not dwarves. Berserker, Storm Herald, Totem Warrior, Zealot, and then the 2 UA Path of the Beast and Path of the Wild Soul.
Now let's roll a d8 and see what happens.
If you get a 2, we'll reroll.
Yeah. 3. I am a berserker.
All right.
I'm boring.
Come on, something boring. 4, Storm Herald. I am small Sorn.
You're tiny, so you're the human variant of Sorn.
And for my Storm Aura, I'm going to go with
Was that
Tundra.
I was gonna say there's 3. You can always roll a d4 and see if it's 1,
I'm
2,
going to
3.
do a Tundra.
Ooh.
I'm not going to roll the minuscule stuff like that, otherwise I'd be rolling all day.
Well, that's why. That's the whole point. We're rolling all day, Sam. We got nothing else to do but to roll. Let's see. So this is where I'm going to. Odds or evens. Odds, evens. All right, I get a feat to start off with.
Okay, so do you want to roll a d30 for your feet?
Sure.
And just go down the list?
If D&D Beyond remembers what to do. I broke it, Sam. I should have just did straight.
Oh, no. Help.
Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Here comes the big thud.
7. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You are a crossbow expert.
Can a barbarian even use a crossbow?
Sure.
I don't think he can.
Sure.
I don't think that. We're going to go ahead and just scratch that idea. I think that was not the best option. So we're going to go ahead and just do ability score improvement. We'll put it in strength and con.
All right. Trust the rolls or don't.
I don't. Alrighty. And because I have level 8...
You may want to hold off on the ability score until we actually roll the ability scores.
So let's go ahead and do our let's go ahead and
We're gonna do our stat sets now.
Alrighty.
So you go ahead, go first. I'll mark them down.
You'll mark them down.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow.
Get in the cherry. 6, 5, that's 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay.
Oof.
11.
11. Ah,
Dude.
I can't keep the dice in the tray. Oh, gee, I'm in a lot of ones.
17.
17, that's a good one. Oh my goodness gracious.
14.
14. Let's just do one set. Let's just go with the set that we're given. What do you think?
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
10, 13.
One more. 14.
14.
That's a pretty good set. You have 14, 11, 17, 14, 13, 14.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put that 17 strength. 14. 14. Put that 11 in intelligence.
mine's not bad. Very middle of the road. 15, 15, 13, 12, 12, 14.
Well, the upside is that you're a human, so all of those were bumped up by 1.
Correct. I am human.
You are human.
I am filthy human.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna put my highest stat in charisma.
Oof.
I'm gonna be a pretty barbarian.
I'm gonna need to pump those other ones into con. I got 20 in strength, which is great. But everything else is, let's see, Dex 14, Con 15, Intelligence 11, Wisdom 13, Charisma 15.
Trying to think of what would be better. Probably Con than Dex, right?
Yeah, usually I usually go Con because as a tank barbarian you tend to need more health.
Right.
And then I usually go Dex after that. And it really just depends on what you're trying to do.
So currently with my modifiers, I have a 16 in Strength, 14 in Dex, 15 in Con, 13 in Intelligence, 13 in Wisdom, and a 16 in Charisma. Because I want to be pretty.
That's fair enough. I'm going to go back to my classes because I'm going to go back to those ability scores, and I'm going to put them both in Con because I'd like to have a lot of health. And my strength is a 20, but my con's a 15.
Yeah.
It's a little behind. So at least if I can go to a 17. Ba-doop. Let's see. That bumps up to a 17. That's good. This is closer to how Soren feels.
Yeah. Alright, so while you're doing that, to pick your... I have a Humi name, so I can pick whatever I want. But you need...
No, I need a Dragonborn name.
You need a Dragonborn name.
Those nightmarish names.
So I'm popping over to FantasyNameGenerators.com, which is a great site, by the way. They don't just have it for D&D. There's also World of Warcraft and Pathfinder and everything else. And they really help to break it down by race, as well as town, cities, worlds. It's helpful.
Markax Nister.
Markax Nixter, is that the one that just stuck out
that's
for you?
the first one I read.
Cool.
So, M-A-R...
Kaxnister.
Name's Markax Mixter.
Alright, my name's gonna be...
You could also just hit randomize on that right above the name, too.
Jeffrey.
No, what? No, hold on.
But I'm gonna spell it with a G.
G-E-O-F-F.
Geoffrey.
Joffrey.
Alright, so background.
Background.
We're gonna roll the D30.
Alright, you want me to go first?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see what my background is and see if it makes any fucking sense whatsoever. What's a 9?
A 9 is an anthropologist.
How am I an anthropologist?
I don't know, but you're an anthropologist.
I'm an anthropologist.
Maybe you're an anthropologist, but you're not the leading expert. You're just more of that person that
I'm the muscle that just accompanies other ones.
Right.
Just Markax, move this boulder for me. Moving the boulder for you.
Alright, I got a 25. I'm a cultist.
Ooh, that one.
So in D&D Beyond, it's specifically a Rakdos cultist, but I'm just going to say cultist.
So I get 2 more languages that I've picked up.
It's up to you if you want to roll for them.
I mean...
And I'm also going to play the violin. I have a soft
I don't know how many there are, so I'm just going to roll a D30 and we'll see what happens. This is a D60, Sam.
Oh, is it?
Yes, because I just rolled a 57.
Oh, well. Roll again.
That's a 46. Okay, I'm going to roll a D20.
I was going to say, or you can just, pick a language.
No, it has to be randomized.
It's complicated.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I speak Gith. Alright, let's choose another language.
Boy.
13. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, that's a...
That's a 13.
I thought you rolled the D4. I was like, that's a 3.
Why would I have rolled a
D4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Locks it on.
I speak 2 of the weirdest languages
That's okay.
out there.
I speak Abyssal. Alright, suggested characteristics.
I'm an adept linguist. Which is bad because I put intelligence in my lowest stat.
I enjoy throwing my weight around to make sure I get my way. And I derive genuine pleasures from the pain of others.
Oh, you're going to suggest characters. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Suggested characteristics.
Alright. Alright, so then I'll start with my personality traits. D6. 5. I would risk life or limb to discover a new culture or unravel the secrets of a dead one. And 1. I prefer the company of those who aren't like me, including people of other races.
Alright. Now I'm going on to ideals.
Uh-oh, ideals. Don't get no ideals.
Spectacle. People are inspired by the greatness they see in art.
Discovery. I want to be the first person to discover a lost culture. I'm a weird barbarian.
Yeah, you are. 4. I own something that Rakdos once touched. It's seared black at the spot, and I cherish it. My precious.
I have a trinket that I believe is the key to finding a long-lost society.
And flaw. There is no such thing as too much pleasure.
Oh boy.
I like this character. I'm gonna have to play this guy in a one-shot.
I mean, yeah, this is working out for you.
Yeah. He's definitely evil, though.
Boats make me seasick.
Good luck on that boat.
Travel by car.
So, I'm putting chaotic evil for alignment, and his faith is Rakdos as a cult worshiper.
Right.
Ooh, lifestyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll roll a d8 and re-roll on an 8. 6. I am wealthy. Wealthy.
Alright, I rolled a d10 for my alignment, and I'm lawful neutral. Cool. Which makes sense for an anthropologist. Let's see, we rolled a d8 for lifestyle.
Yeah, d8 and then re-roll on an 8.
7.
You are aristocratic.
I am the weirdest barbarian ever.
Money. You're like, what's your intelligence?
It's 11.
That's great. People are gonna be like, yes, and what are your feelings on this tribe? And you're gonna be, well, the expeditiousness of the tribal functionaries.
I just intimidate people to believing my discoveries.
Exactly.
Like, I have found this ancient relic. That looks like a pot lid. It's an ancient relic. You are correct there. You are absolutely true in telling me that is an ancient relic. I keep forgetting I'm a dragonborn as well.
Yeah. Okay, so for hair, I'm gonna make him bald. I'm gonna say that he like shaves his head like really poorly, like because he's a cultist, so he's kind of weird. He's got like a shaky tremor hand, and he like scrapes his head.
Well, let's see.
He's a cultist, so he goes out at night, so he's probably not going to see the sun very often. Ooh, how tall should I make him?
Well, I was going to say, did we want to pull up... how do they do it? Because with the most recent, with Changelings and Warforgers, there was an actual formula for that, right?
Right. We can do it by formula.
Oh, I was looking at Dragonborn stuff.
So you go up to... Here, we can do it by formula. There you go. Okay, so when you're calculating height and weight, the player's handbook in Chapter 4, Personality Background, will actually give you a base height and a base weight for the player's handbook races. So the base height for a human is 4 foot 8 inches plus the height modifier 2d10 inches.
Okay.
For a dragonborn, it's 5 foot 6 inches plus 2d8 inches. So you roll 2d8, I'll roll 2d10.
Eight and 6.
Okay, so you are 6 foot 8.
Okay.
And I am 5 foot. I'm small. I am a small.
So I was, how tall was I? 6 foot 8.
Yeah, 6 foot 8.
Okay.
So then for weight, the base weight for a dragonborn is 175. You're gonna roll 2d6 and then multiply that by the weight. Seems really weird.
Well, that's 6 and 6. So
6 and 6 is 12.
Mm-hmm.
So is it supposed to be 175 times 12? That seems really high to me.
Times 2d12?
Times 2d6.
Or 2d6.
That's what it says.
Whew, so I am going to be how heavy?
That's more math than I can do in my head. Hang on. Come here, handy dandy calculator.
Am I going to be like the fattest Dragonborn ever?
Yeah, I guess so. So what did I say? 175 times 2d6. So 175 times 12. You are 2,100. How is that right?
That can't be right, because
right.
averaging almost 250 pounds is what that is.
Oh, let's see. Oh, weighs an extra pound. So you don't times it.
Oh, so it would be.
It would be so you're the way they wrote it is really weird.
Okay, so
you're multiplying
6
times 6, which is 36, and adding that, on top of 175. So 175 plus 36.
It doesn't feel like a whole lot.
You're 211.
Weird. All right. I mean, we'll just do what the dice say.
Minus 2d4 plus 110. 4 times 3, so that's 12. So 122. I am awfully thin for a strong barbarian.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
So then age. We can also calculate age.
Oh, is there a formula for age as well?
Yeah.
I was just going to roll a D100 and see what happens.
If you want to roll a D100.
We'll see what happens. If I'm like 10 years old, I'm going to go with no.
You are the smartest 10-year-old.
It says I'm 26, but I feel like I should be older.
I mean, you can always make it whatever age you want to.
I'm 1.
You're 1 years old. You are a smart infant.
Alright. It says 60.
Here.
How old do... You know what? Let's go with 60. Dragonborns usually live up to 80, so we'll say that I'm older and middle-aged or something.
I'm a dude.
Are you a dude?
I'm a dude.
Did you roll for a dude?
I just said I was a dude.
I don't know. Odds or evens.
Oh, sweet. I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I really want to play this guy in a one-shot.
See, yours actually makes a fairly cohesive character, which is great.
Yeah, I feel like this guy would just be like one of those crazy like barbarians that just sort of like hides in the shadows.
I mean, yeah, you feel like you'd be like an evil character from a cult. Mine makes a little less sense. I would like. There's part of me that wouldn't want to change the class, but I could just say that it like. So this is an exercise that we're doing also just to help us like just improv and working on quick characters and stuff like that. And this could be great for when you're performing a character and such. So, for example, Sam's character makes a lot of sense.
I'm giving him a trident.
Okay.
I didn't want to go with the standard great sword, great axe.
Okay.
I like things that are a little different.
Let's see. I don't know what I would want to give him.
Give him a glaive.
Just runs around with a glaive. Why would we both have guys with like long weapons?
Yeah. Or you could use like a warhammer, but also use it as like.
Oh, it's like for hammering chisels and stuff.
Well, that would be more of like an archaeologist, but yeah.
Wait, what am I? I'm an anthropologist.
You're an anthropologist.
Oh, that's right. I studied culture versus.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, which technically you can still do anthropology through archaeology.
Yeah.
You know.
You can tell that my own intelligence stats are really low when I don't remember the difference between an anthropologist and a archaeologist.
That's okay. That's why you have me. That's why I'm here. Alright, so my dude is not extra broken. He's pretty average.
I'm gonna give him a war pick.
Here you go, give him a war pick.
And I guess his backup will be
a Yikwa! It's always a Yikwa.
It's always a... No, let's give him... How about a boomerang?
Alright, his trusty boomerang.
Just a barbarian dragonborn, like, alright, go get him. I also get javelins. Alright. I also get a leather-bound diary, which is going to be filled with my intelligence is low, but not super low.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you're probably the type of person that uses big words but has no idea what they actually mean.
Here's a question. Because we didn't know what my background was. Could I switch, for example, my wisdom is 13, my intelligence is 11, my charisma is 14.
You can change anything. I don't care. It's not set in stone. You can throw that 17 in intelligence and make him a weak-ass barbarian. It doesn't matter to me.
No. Let's make my intelligence the 13 and my wisdom the 11. Because neither one of them are bad stats. I'm not going to get a negative modifier on either one of those.
Right. That's true.
Let's see. Oh, crap. I didn't save my equipment.
No, you didn't. Now you have to go through it again.
Oh, no! Let's see. War pick, a boomerang. It's a boomerang he found long ago in an ancient civilization.
Yep.
And he just holds on to it.
So just make sure you click add starting equipment.
So I have a leather-bound diary, a bottle of ink, an ink pen, a set of traveler's clothes, one trinket with a special significance, which is what I think is the key.
What is your trinket?
I think it's actual key.
It's just a key.
Or I believe it to be a key. It's a small metal thing that resembles it. It could possibly be key. And of course now I'm just like, from the Mummy and everything else in existence where...
Oh, okay. So it's like one of those keys.
Or I'm also thinking, because we also... for those of you who have access to Netflix in America, we just watched Lock and Key.
Oh, yeah, it's a good show. If you guys
so I also have all that in my head.
So one of the things that I got as part of my possession is a bottle of sweet red juice.
Sweet red juice.
I wonder what sweet red juice could possibly be.
Right, I need
the blood of my enemies.
I need a blue dragonborn face that I like.
Oh, you're picking pictures. Oh, buddy. Hold on, I gotta find a picture of a crazy dude. Crazy, bald, human, barbarian.
Okay, he's not blue, but I like the fact that he's got like a collar on. Because a lot of these dragonborn profiles that they have are like these big warrior types, and I'm like, he may be a barbarian, but he's not exactly that. I'm gonna go with that one. Not that, it really matters in the grand scheme of things. You should just looked up like...
like bald cultist.
Or berserker. Bald cultist. You know what? No hair. Pretty sure one of those is in Mortal Kombat.
You're not wrong.
Alright, so I think with that, I have Markax Nister done.
And I have Joffrey done.
So, again, this is a great exercise if you're looking to do that. Because, if you're just looking to do something similar to this, but not exactly. Well, now I gotta look at my actual character sheet. Oh, no, my AC is only 15.
Oh, it's so much better than mine. I think mine's 14. Makes you feel better.
Yeah, equip my my stuff. Ba-doop. Alright, actions. Alright, +8 and 1d8 +5 for a war pick. That's not bad. He's pretty good with that. 20, 14, 17, 13, 11, 15. I can intimidate with a +5. That's always good. Athletics is +5. He's not built to be the most athletic. He's very rounded as a barbarian. At level 8, he's got a health of 85. Oh boy!
I'm also only a 3rd level.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
I was like, why do you have
level
30
3.
health?
I'm only level 3.
I'm 5 levels
let
above
me tell you what. Let me up mine to level 8.
No. That's a level 3 character. We rolled for it and everything.
I want to see what it would be like at level 8. I'll take it back down to level 3 when we're done.
So yeah, while I'm thinking about if you're looking to do things like this, by all means you can use our own formula where you roll the dice and do it. There are options as far as you can go to D&D Beyond and you can go to create a character, and you can just straight up go. There's an option right off the bat for randomize. Now this is where you can choose your level, you can choose your race, and you can choose your class, or you can allow multi-class and allow feats. Now this is where you can do it where you can, for example, you can say you want to make a level 10 randomized character, and you want to go any race, any class, and if you want to stick with one class, you can just go ahead and hit create character. And it will also just go ahead and figure it all out, and then you can just view your character sheet. And right now, out of nowhere, I've made a Tet, a wild hunt fighter, level 10.
So he's a shifter.
He's a shifter fighter at level 10. Now, I can go ahead and learn a little bit more about him, if I can use my mouse properly. Let's see.
He's a champion.
I'm a champion, which is actually what I like to do. Let's see. He's proficient in intimidation and insight. That's pretty good. His style is 2-weapon fighting. This should also include things like weapons and stuff like that when it's been randomized. So, for example, let's see. Equipment. Or no, it doesn't.
Nope, you gotta add that.
But
you can still do the randomized thing.
Right. Now, if you're looking for less like a nightmare of shit like that, you can always allow
multi-classing and give yourself just a crazy character.
Right, because it really does randomize. It can be anything from 2, or it could be anything it'll just give you as many classes as you want. And if you go back to our roll call one-shots, you can go to our one that's about the Dragonborns, where we had where it was Sam was a rogue, and these were all randomized Dragonborn. Yeah,
they were the only thing was they were all Dragonborns.
Right.
But everything else was randomized. So I was a rogue.
I was a barbarian paladin, and Sean was
a
druid ranger
warlock. Wasn't he something else?
No, I think he was a 3.
The 3. Yeah, so he got those 3.
It's definitely one of those things. It's a great exercise for if you're looking to just if you're someone like me who does a lot of role play stuff or improv acting and stuff like that. It's a great way to test you as far as coming up with a character on the spot. Randomizing is always something that it can be fun. It can be a nightmare. If you have no idea what to do for, you have a one-shot coming up and you're like, I don't know what to play. Either method works. Ours was much more tediously randomized, whereas...
But you can just do the computerized randomizer. That's fun too.
We've pretty much just taken the randomizer that's on D&D Beyond and micromanaged it.
You know what I'd like to do with this? I think that we should each randomize 4 characters and do a battle royal for next D10tion.
Oh, no. I don't know about that.
I think so. What do you guys think?
Oh, gosh, I'm a charlatan.
Put it in the comments. By the way, speaking of the comments...
Oh, no.
We have released more merchandise on our Redbubble store. So if you go to rollcalldnd.redbubble.com, we now have quite a plethora of stuff. You guys want to take a look at it, support small business, support local artists. All of the artwork that we have on there was drawn by either Tristan or Nancy. So they kind of do their own stuff. And, in the meantime, you can also check out the performance checks that we run every Friday night at 6 p.m. We are hoping to get back into the swing of things in June, so we'll see how things go here for us.
Yeah. Yeah, these are trying times, and we're doing our best to cope and still put out stuff and, try to stay in contact with each other. For the most part. So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see on these episodes of D10tion, feel free to let us know in the comments. And I think until next time, D10tion dismissed.